Hey, what's up, B&W fans? John here, and I'm doing a different bit of a review for you guys than our usual one. As you notice, we're not set up at our table like we usually are. We're actually out in the B&W hangout zone. This is our chill spot. We're out in our garage. We got our pool table, and this is kind of our dab area, and this is kind of our potting spot. We are setting up today the Homebox Ambient Grow Tent. We're going to fill this little gap right here so we can have our little grow tent and take care of our plants while we're out doing our thing and chilling in our garage. So this video, most of it, I'm not really going to be paying attention to you guys. You're going to see most of this in fast forward where you can just see the tent going up as we go through. I'll pause in certain spots to actually discuss things that might be a little bit difficult or maybe needed two hands or what. But other than that, you're not really going to actually hear me anymore until once we get started. You'll see me pause and do some dabs. We're going to have a good old time while we're doing this. It's just me chilling while the miss is away on a trim job. So you all have a good night, and thanks for watching this, and we'll talk about what we think about setting this thing up at the end. So Homebox comes from the UK, and they are a growing tent company out of the United Kingdom that is, they've done a few different lines of it, and we are very excited to see this. This is the ambient model. When you look on their website, it looks like it's a bit more designed to be kind of out in the open. You'll have it growing, maybe you got a plant in the kitchen, chilling in the den next to the rest of your house plants, or like we're gonna do it in our chill spot, where it's in the open, it's not hidden anymore. People can see your progress, and so this is what we're gonna show you is gonna be. So thanks for watching. Comes packaged very nicely. All of your tubes come in bundles of 4, they're numbered. Zip ties, straps, connectors. And here's our tent. It is a beige canvas. It's not the black that you see a lot of the grow tents in. It's got zippered panels all over it. Looks like there's a whole bunch of things in there. Last metal bar, and there's the last of the packaging. So let me get that out of the way. Alright, so let's see. This is it. We've got an instruction card here that tells you everything that comes in it, so we can do a verification real quick. 12 of the number 1 bars. We've got 2 sets of the number 4 of the number 2 bars, if I'm going to read this right. 4 of the number 3 bars, 1 of that little metal rod, 8 of these connectors here, 4 of the tie down connectors, 4 of those, 4 of those, 4 of those, that, all your grow tent pieces right here. Alright, this almost feels like a sticker. That's funny. It's nice and oh, it opens. That's why. Because there are all of your instructions. So, this is what you have to go by once you've unpacked everything. Oh, let me actually line that up so you can see it. There you go. And then it runs across. So, you've got a pictorial. Okay, so those are the instructions, and so before we actually get started, I think it's time to sit back and chill and take a dab. What do you think? Yeah, dab 30? Alright, so tonight we're chilling with some rosin from our good friends Devin and Marcy from the Mojo Rosin team. If you haven't had a chance to try any of their rosin, or any rosin in particular, then we really highly suggest you give him a shot. It's one of the few truly solidless ways to dab out there, and once you get used to it, you feel spoiled, trust me. Forgot my card cap. All right, got her down. It's time to get to work. So you're probably wondering why I started taking this apart after getting it almost all together, the framework. And one thing that I noticed is, let me show you this here. This is ridged and these aren't. And these show the frame symbol and this doesn't. And I realized that this is for the support and these are for the frames. So pay attention to that when you're putting this together. There was only 2 of them down here that I got wrong, so give me a minute to switch those out and then we'll finish the build up. All right, so there's the frame, and as you saw, that actually went up very, very, very quickly. From here, it's about getting the tent opened up and put together around the frame, and putting all the panels on and getting that all kind of cinched down. So you've seen what it is. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next part. I'm gonna pause this for a split second while we reposition the camera so you can actually see the tent going on a bit better, and then we'll move right along. All right, so we pan the camera out a bit. You can actually see a bit more of the area that it's gonna go into, so you can actually watch us drape the tent over the frame here. Before we get started though, I'm gonna do one more dab of this rosin and then we'll get moved on for the rest of the show. So one thing that we've seen is that this frame went up in a matter of about 10 minutes. It's got 4 racks for you to hang stuff from, and it was one of the easiest things that I put together in terms of growing in I don't know how long. Okay, so here's the bottom. We've got 3 panels of the canvas here. So kind of drop it and move the frame out of the way. The frame's really lightweight, and you just kind of have to fit it into the section. And away we go. All right, so here is where you could use 2 people to do this job. And I'm gonna attempt to do it by myself for a minute, and then I may have to pause and just do this, finish it up with somebody else helping me out, but let's give it a go. Whew. Okay, so there is, I've got a little bit more zipping down and tying down, but you saw that it would have been much simpler for 2 people, but 1 person is totally possible to do this in relatively little bit of time. You just have to have patience, you have to work it from the inside, and you have to move things around until you actually are able to get it down and around and able to be able to zip it down. So let's take a look here. All right, so, yep. This is an inner floor lining, so I'm going to finish getting this zipped around and then we'll get that floor lining in. Before I go, one last thing I want to cover is this bar. The bar actually feeds up into this here. Well, oh, there it is. There's a little slot right here. It's just 2 pieces of the vinyl that make a loop, and this goes through to add some weight to the bottom of the door. Now, so that adds weight to the bottom of the door, and that hangs in place. You can roll it up using this since it's now got a little bit of a support. You can make a big roll. And they conveniently provide you a strap to go ahead and tie that into place. Now there is a buckle that is floating around that I gotta get on there so it actually holds into place. But that is the Ambient Grow Tent. Thank you for watching this unboxing and setup of the Homebox Ambient Q100. This is the new home of the P&W Grow Tent, the indoor grow that we will be doing with our Grow Journal online. Go to pnwcr.com/thegrowhouse. The-grow-house, that's coming soon, so it's not quite launched yet, but this will be the indoor version of the outdoor grow that we will be having going. Thank you for joining us for the unboxing and setup of the Homebox Ambient Q100 Grow Tent. This is a 3x3 by 6 foot grow tent that can easily house 2 plants, and you will get a nice full yield out of both of them. We will be using this as the P&W indoor grow tent at the Grow House, so make sure you're watching for that coming soon. Thanks for following us and watching us through the whole setup of this, and everybody, you have a great night, and don't forget to give Homebox a follow.